So recently I decided to rewatch Sword Art Online. Like, I'm trying to burn through all of it. Again, I watched it when it first came out. It was a long time ago though, but I watched it when it first came out. And I decided recently, I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not rewatch it? Sword Art Online is a very divisive show. I personally am. I now know why. Like back then, it was like the hype. It was like the hype. Over time I started, just think about it more. I started seeing other people's opinions about it. And I started thinking about it myself. And I was like, man, Sword Art Online is not that good. Now, I'm not going against anyone who likes the show. It has a ton of fans. It's making bank. So you know what? Whoever likes it, that's for them. They're the ones who enjoy the anime. It's just not for me. But Sword Art Online is a tough show to talk about. Because one hand, you have the people who hate it. There are people who like it. Me, it's just a heavily opinionated topic here. This is just for me saying this. Sword Art Online is terrible. And I'm keeping this strictly in arcs, because I'm in the middle of rewatching Fairy Dance Arc, and I'm hesitant as hell watching it. But I'm keeping this strictly to Sword Art Online Season 1. So basically, the entire Aincrad arc. I started going episode by episode. I started chronicling everything. It's like, oh, this happened in this episode. This event happened in this episode. This event happened in episode 2, 3, etc., etc. And I would say that SAO episode 1 was the strongest opening. One thing I did like about episode 1 is it was actually the best part of the series. Nothing flew off the handle. I like that scene. A bunch of the female players in the game, the player characters, were actually just transformed back into their IRL male forms because Kaiba, transformed everybody back into they look like their real life selves, and I thought that was funny. And I did funny that there was dudes who were trying to the dudes were trying to pick up some girls in the game, but it actually turns out that those girls were dudes, and that's funny. And it's because it's funny because it reflects real life. People do that all the time just to find out that there's a dude in that avatar, and it's funny to me. On his first foot, it just shows that SAO is not that good of a game, really, and it just shows it wasn't really that good of a game. Actually a game, SAO as a game is not good. It's Sword Art Online, and it's mostly based around sword skills. And I feel that would just get old real quick. I get some games can work with just sword skills, but you need something to mix it up with. You're just not attacking with the sword. And SAO starts off with no magic, and it's an MMORPG where all you can do is use swords. You can use other weapons, but mostly it's just swords and nothing else. And that kind of sucks, especially we got Kirito who can dual wield. But I'll get to that. Even as a game, it's stupid, and and then there's the problems with the nerve gear, and I get Kaiba try to put it in ways oh no, if you get the nerve gear removed from your head, you will get killed instantly due to microwaves. And I'm how the hell did this pass testing? They didn't explain what if power goes out? What if someone let's say their power goes out? They never actually explain that. They never explain someone's power goes out or something like that, and then do they just die? It says they did say that there were some people who tried to remove it from someone else and they died because obviously removing it will kill you. So I guess that if someone's power went out, you're screwed. Let's say you're getting up on those high floors and then your power goes out and then you just die because why not? But yeah, that's episode 1 introduction. You do see glimpses of Lisbeth, Asuna, and Celica, and I made a joke as I was watching the show. Once Celica stopped, once her past her episode introduction, she stops being seen after a while. You don't see Celica until after Kirito beats Kaiba, and I find it funny. I've been chronicling. I was where's Celica? Where is she? I don't even like Celica at all, but I'm where does she go? Where's Celica? And I kept saying that in each one of my posts. And I was man, I started posting this on social media sites. And I was man, I'm, chronicle my journey through SAO, and I'm where the hell is Celica? You get the episode 2, and then it introduces Asuna. Introduces a cool character. And I'm sitting there damn, dude, there's no, don't even get attached to that because that's gonna fall off later. She still does cool things, but once Aincrad ends, that's just game over for Asuna. She just over. Then Kirito gets, he becomes officially a beater, beta tester / cheater, And I don't like that name because it sounds very inappropriate. It could have easily come up with a better name. I get it, you know, beater. Like, he's going to beat the game. But, you know, it's also like, oh, it's like a cross between beta tester and cheater. Nah, dude. No. But then they meet this dude who's also a beta tester, Dabble. And he gets wrecked by the first boss. And I find it funny that, like, the Cobalt Lord, the Cobalt Lord fight, Dabble gets wrecked by that fight. And he didn't want to take the potion. Now, I heard in the light novel that the reason he didn't take the potion, because obviously Kirito didn't even offer him a potion in the light novel. But in the anime, it just makes him look stupid. Like, oh no, like, you know, this potion could literally save your life. But then they reveal, like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, anyway, like, potion doesn't matter. Can't do that. Like, the potion could have helped him somewhat, but I don't know why anime introduced, like, oh no, here's a potion, Dabble, but like, he's like, no, I don't want that. Like, you know, no. I'm like, it makes it seem like it's important because he's like, you know, I want to take your help. Like, I don't want them to know I'm a beta tester and I just die like that. But like, it just makes him look stupid, and he just dies. Like, it wasn't that extreme. Like, if it was like a more extreme thing, like he couldn't do anything at all. Like, yeah, but. But you know what? I gave episode 2 some credit. You know, they introduced Best Boy Agiel. Agiel's like the only character in the show I actually remotely like, and that's sad because Agiel doesn't get no screen time. But like, the series has not ruined Agiel for me. That's the thing about it. Like, the one character I feel like that's been consistent, other than Yuchio. But that's all the way in Alicization. I'm not even gonna talk about Alicization anytime soon. But Agiel, I like Agiel, and it's not because he's black, because I like him. He's like a generally nice character. You know, he's a father. You know, he's just playing the game. You know, just, you know, have some fun. He's the one who even brought the whole speech about, like, you know, about the books, the little guides that they said the beta testers made, and he's the only one who's trying to calm everyone down. It's like, look, everybody's freaking out. Look, everybody got these guides. Look through them. You know, pay attention, whatnot. Plus, Patrick Sykes does a good job. It's just, damn, Patrick Sykes does a good black guy voice. Like, it will always be funny to me. Episode 2 actually introduces some good animation. SAO's animation is a tough thing to talk about because sometimes it looks good, sometimes it's a bit much, and like some of the Cobalt Lore fight stuff in episode 2 doesn't look right. But it looks cool. The spectacle's all right. So yeah. So after the whole Cobalt Lore fight, Kirito decides, like, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, go solo, and that sounds stupid to go solo in an MMORPG. Like, the whole point of an MMO is like massively multiplayer online RPG. But, you know, since Kirito is the equivalent of like 20 gaming gods, he goes for it. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Kirito was going, like, he goes solo. The dude's practically the equivalent of 20 gaming gods. And I find it fun that he gets the rare item drop from the damn enemy. Despite him and Asuna being the ones that took down Cobalt. Like, with Asuka got the black outfit. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But, like, it's not even like his iconic outfit. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's going to take a while for Kirito to even get his iconic outfit. And the funny thing I found about the whole Cobalt Lord fight is that once they reach the boss fight, it's like, oh, what the hell? This boss fight, we don't know about this. Like, what's going on here? And like the boss fight actually, the Cobalt Lord actually brought out a different weapon. But then he was told by the betas. And it made me laugh because, like, oh shit. Oh shit. The beta testers didn't tell us this because, yeah, the freaking thing got changed. And yeah, beta's like, yeah, you get your information from there, but things will be changed. Like, I get what they're going for. I thought Dabble got that. I was like, oh shit. He didn't have that weapon before. But yeah, like, even beta testers getting all accused for like this stuff like that is so stupid to me because, you know, they wrote all the info in the guidebook. Everything that the beta testers had, like, info wise, the players who had the book had. So I don't get why the beta testers were so, like, lauded. Like, I get it, you know, it's trying to single out Kirito. He's a beta tester, you know, I get that. But the way they set it up is like, okay, the beta testers had the book, the little guide books. They wrote down all the info, and then the players in the game get a hold of that guidebook so they can get the info. It's like, okay, you know, we gotta fight the Cobalt Lord fight, this is a weapon he has, etc., etc. So I don't get why the beta testers were accused if they had the information in the book. Agiel did say that everyone had a hold of the guidebook. Everyone, like, was able to get a guidebook easily. They can go to any shop and get it. like the beta testers wrote down everything in those little guidebooks. Those guidebooks can be purchased from anywhere, as Agile said. So anyone has a chance to get a hold of it. So like, there's no point being angry at the beta testers because I think the main reason why is because the beta testers just get past everything. They know this place more than we do because they have got through it. They've played up to that point. But Kirito's, like, we couldn't even really go anywhere. And on top of that, we have all the info in these books. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, moving on from episode 2, we go to episode 3, and it's gonna be a long time. Like, episode 3 is not really hard to explain. Like, it's super simple to get. Kirito joins the guild. He bonds with some peeps at the guild. It made it seem like Kirito's like, he started to bond with people and get to the big friendship. But like, some of the characters didn't even matter. Like, there were like 2 members of the Moonlit Black Cats, Sachi, obviously, and Keita. I can't even remember off the top of my head what that like Keita dude was. But then there was also another member named Tetsuo. He was also, and the only reason I even know his name because they mentioned that he was the only other fighter than Kirito on the team. And then they go to that dungeon. He was like, dude, we can just go in. Let's go in this dungeon, dude. We never know. And like, it's stupid. Kirito's like warning, like, dude, like, don't go in there. And I just find it stupid, like the other 3 members, other than like Sachi and Keita, they were so goddamn stupid and run into that room and get themselves killed. And like, it's supposed to make it like, it's made it seem like it was like a big dramatic moment, but I'm sitting there like, you guys are stupid. I get like the item you wanted, but like, I don't think it was worth it. Like, you guys know there's like boss moves you can't escape from. And I'm not going to give Kirito crap for hiding this level. Like, they knew the dungeon was outside their league. And like, I feel like they have more rational thoughts. Like, okay, look, this game is a death game. You die in the game, you die in real life. I'm not going to blame Kirito for that. Like, one thing I'm not going to blame Kirito for is for talking about, oh man, I blame myself for the Black Cats dying. I'm not even going to blame him for that one because they were so goddamn stupid to like jump into there. And then, Sachi died. Everybody liked Sachi. Sachi was alright. The only thing we really got from her was that she was scared of the game. She started bonding with Kirito a bit. You didn't really have a long enough time to bond with Sachi. And that's why I feel like her death didn't feel like it had any like real impact. It had impact, but not really any real impact because she wasn't around that long. There was only 1 episode to establish. Then you got the 4th episode of SAO. I'm just going into by episode because it's just easier to get that in that way. Like, trying to do it all in order sucks, and I hate it. So basically, episode 4 is where SAO runs off the goddamn rails, dude. Like, it runs off the goddamn rails. Like, once this episode hits, SAO just stops being like any kind of respectful to me. You get this somewhat happy and cheerful episode, like, and then like right after the massacre of the Moonlit Black Cats, that's jarring as hell. Like, the episode's a lot cheerier, and like, damn, dude, it's like you just like saw someone explode, and then like immediately afterwards, some people are dancing in the street happy and shit. Like, oh my god. Silica is introduced in episode 4. She is not here. She's here for fan service bait. That's it. That is totally it. There's nothing to Silica but the fan service. Not even gonna lie. Like, all those shots of her getting hit by those monsters. Yeah, I'm not even gonna like go into depth about it because I just don't like talking about it. But like, fan service. And like, by episode 4, I know time skips is a thing, which is stupid because Kirito's like level 40 back in episode 3. Episode 4 hits, and it's a time skip, duh, but he's already level 78 with specifically 14,500 HP, and he has an auto regeneration skill that allows him to heal 600 HP every 10 seconds. So, it's so stupid. Like, he gets cut by an entire team of players and his HP barely drops. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This dude's been soloing the entire game, and he's been taking all this stuff. He has not died once. HP hasn't dropped any lower once, and he's already level 78. So pretty much by episode 4, Kirito's level 78. So pretty much he's gonna make the rest of the game seem like absolutely nothing, literally nothing. He makes some big speech about him being a solo player. Like, I'm not dissing. There's certain OP characters, right, that work well, like Alucard from Hellsing. He's OP as hell, but he doesn't make it seem like, he makes it like a kind of like more enjoyment to watch him. He makes it like an enjoyment. He has a bunch of cool skills. He has fun with it. Kirito doesn't have fun with it. It just makes him seem like he's some OP asshole. Like, it's like, ha ha ha, you guys can't beat me. I'm too OP. Like, Kirito doesn't really have enough character to justify him being like this OP. Like, Calicar's he's having fun, he takes it seriously, he's just having fun with the fight, but Kirito's just like, he's just like, man, all the time. That's why he can't be like that OP-ness. And then, you know, this is where, you know, Kirito gets this big thing, oh, I'm a solo, I'm the Black Swordsman now, so, you know, yeah, and that's where, like, Berserk fans collectively have, like a freaking aneurysm from hearing that. And another thing in episode 4 is that, like, they introduce a character called Rosalia, and that wouldn't, she's using, like, Silica as, like, crap, I forgot what she was using her for. I swear to God. She was having, like, Silica part of her group. I don't know, she rejected her from the group, that's why. And, I find it kind of sad that Rosalia, I call her Rosalia, she's not a Pokemon. Rosalia, she has, like, the best character design in the entire series, and it's freaking wasted on a one-off villain. Like, Rosalia looks like a character that would be probably, like she would stay around, have some staying power, but, like, holy shit, dude, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything, dude. Like, she gets get by Kirito, and that's it. And so this is where the part where Kirito's harem starts to build. We got Silica so far. And then, like, episode 5 is a stupid episode. It's so stupid because it's a goddamn murder mystery. And there's nothing wrong with murder mysteries, but it just, it's so, ooh, okay. One thing is the ass shots. I don't like talking about this stuff, but they have very inappropriate ass shots in this show. Like, why? Like, there was a girl who lost her friends, right? There was like a girl who lost her friends. What was her face? Yoko. And, like, while she's talking about her friend, like, she lost her friend. She's crying. It's distraught over her death. And the camera pans, like, the camera, like, shifts from Kirito. Like, it has Kirito and, you know, her butt in the scene. But, like, it's so, the detail on it is ridiculous. And, like, that's the worst moment to do something like that. And not only once. Like, she talks, because she, like, it pans in back to her again, like, her face and Kirito. Then it goes back to her butt again. I'm like, are you freaking serious, dude? It did it twice. And then it did it in a scene where Austin is talking to Kirito, like, she's trying to grab a sword for her, and it just in details ass shot. And I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? This is supposed to be like a serious episode, and you just spend the time like, yeah, let's show Asana's and Yoko's butts. Yeah, that's great. And I'm sitting there like, God damn it, dude. That was inappropriate. Like, 3. I counted 3 butt shots in the episode alone. And ironically enough, that was the only highlight of the episode, despite the episode was boring. Episode 5 is boring as sin, dude. Like, the time skips ruins everything. Kirito had already met some dudes off screen that now are somehow important to the current topic, like to the Laughing Coffin. And, like the episode is boring. Like, okay, the main big thing is like, okay, a player gets killed in the safe zone. And in safe zones, players aren't able to be killed. There's some players that are staying in safe zones to prevent from going out into, you know, going to the floors and getting wrecked out there. And I just don't get it. Like, I get the whole safe zone mystery swing, but like the like, okay, so episode 6 will explain this, but the hoops and hurdles, they explain to justify, oh yeah, we died in safe zone because we did this. It's so stupid, but I'll get to that once I talk about episode 6. And then, you know, this is my first rambling about, oh, where the hell does Silica go? Silica's gone now. She's gone. She leaves Kirito off screen, and she's just, it's because of the time skips, dude. Like, as I said before, there's a girl named Yoko. Kirito and Hasuna meet her. Yeah, she had a friend killed in safe zone. And her team is now suspected for having a killer within the group that also killed the leader, Griselda. And then, like, there's this stupid-ass scene where Yoko just flips out of nowhere. And then she gets killed by a dagger that's some, like, she decides to sit on the windowsill. And then she gets killed by a dagger. And don't worry, episode 6 will explain this. I'm going to explain this in a minute because it's so freaking stupid. And she decides to sit on the windowsill, get killed with a dagger because, you know, big plan. You know, it's like a big master plan. But, and I know episode 5 was set up for episode 6, but goddamn, this episode's so boring. This episode is so boring. Like, it's not even like the funny, like, I can laugh at it, like, except for the ass shots. It's not even the funny I can laugh at SAO. This episode is just actually boring as hell. And then we get to episode 6. And it's bar none one of the worst episodes in Aincrad. It's so stupid. Mostly because of the ending and the ending mostly pissed me the hell off. So we're gonna get to the whole part where like Kirito's finally meets the member of the Laughing Coffin. They introduced the Laughing Coffin Guild for the first time, and they're really pretty much nothing but hired killers at this point. You know, they'll become later down the line of SAO. They start getting mentioned more and they become a thing, but that's later. And then they try to the whole plan for Kirito, Asuna, and Yoko to try to do is like they're gonna snuff out the killer who killed Griselda and killed Yoko. And the plan is so stupid, right? The plan, okay, so obviously they're in the safe zone. They can't get killed within the safe zone. So what they did was they faked their own deaths by destroying their armor durability. And as the armor durability gets destroyed, they subsequently teleport out of the armor as it is broken, because like when people die, they burst into like some digital lights. So like, and when your armor durability breaks, but when your armor breaks, it breaks into digital lights. So basically, when they teleport out, it looks as if they died inside the armor as it's broken, because it looks like someone dying. And it's so stupid. That's so situational. I mean, it would sound cool than anything else, but like, that just sounds like so situational. I was like, how the hell would you even come up with that plan? And then like, funny enough, Kirito's like, I call it Kazuto Master Detective Kiri guy. He comes up with the correct solution for a complicated plan that no person would have ever guessed. Like, he guessed that plan down to the letter. Like, just the exact thing. And I'm sitting here like, how the hell did Kirito even come to that solution? He had like no leads to go on, honestly, to come to that solution at all. And then you get to the ending. The ending of episode 6 is so ass backwardsly retarded. Okay, so the main villain of the episode, he is actually a member of the guild, and the leader of the guild was his wife, Griselda. And I don't even remember his name. I don't remember the dude's name. I hate him so much. So he kills his own wife, and after one line of dialogue telling like, oh, you did this bad thing, the dude breaks down immediately, just like one line of dialogue from Asuna. He breaks down, and he's like, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done this? Then his friends come in, the other members of the guild, Yoko and that other dude I can't remember the name of. But the remaining members of the guild come in. And they're all like, don't worry, we can handle this problem on our own. And the episode just forgets about it. It just forgets that the dude just killed his wife. And he got to be... The dude killed his wife. He got to be with his friends, and all is forgiven. So we spent 2 episodes just to get to an ending where, yeah, the main villain, he kills his wife. He breaks down, like, after one line, like, there's no struggle or anything. It's just, like, one line of dialogue from Austin. It's like, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? And then he gets away with it. Like, it's so stupid. We wasted 2 episodes for this ending. And I got nothing for that. And on top of the fact, someone informed me that this took up 3/4 of one light novel. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me? Like I heard it was shortened in the anime, but like that, I'm judging just the anime, not the light novel. And it's so stupid. Like Reki Kawahara is trying to justify how the dude killed his wife. Who does that? Who freaking, like, oh yeah, I'm trying to sympathize with this man we're never going to see again. He killed his wife. Because, you know, like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I would be more outraged if I wasn't trying to be quiet, because, you know, I'm trying to, keep it quiet. Trying to not yell so much. But episode 6's ending is terrible. It's so stupid. It's one of the dumbest things in this series. The dude gets away with it. Like, it's like, oh, I killed my wife, and oh, it's forgiven. I can still be my friends. We're gonna probably go off in the countryside. Like, what was the point then? Like, moving on before I get angry, we move on to episode 7 of SAO. And Kirito starts off as an asshole at the beginning of it. He's such a dick at the very beginning of the episode. It's ridiculous. Like, I wanted to literally punch him in the face through the screen. That's how much it was. He breaks. Okay, so he meets Elizabeth in this episode, right? Elizabeth, the swordsmith, and he he takes her sword. He's like, that sword ain't that good. He's like, this sword probably ain't that good. He breaks the sword, like, just for the hell of it. Like, he's like, let's test his durability. If it's just your best sword, it should be able to survive against mine. He's such an asshole. He takes her sword. He breaks her best sword. He whines at her when they get to the ice dungeon you're supposed to. And then pats her head like everything's alright. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that just shows, like, stupidity on Elizabeth and both Kirito's part. Like, oh my god. And, I started thinking about Elizabeth more, and I was like, she ain't as garbage as I remember, but she fell for Kirito way too easily. And, like at least with Silica, like, I can justify her falling for Kirito in a way. I can't really, but Elizabeth's even worse because Kirito is such an ass to her most of the episode. Like half the episode, he was just so mean to her. And then she just falls for Kirito, like, not even, like, almost all the way through. He's like, oh, no, I love you, Kirito. I was like, it was, like, 2 days together. I'm, like, sitting here, like, oh, my freaking god, dude. I heard like, trashier harem anime get a better time than this. And you know what? There's some harem anime that just has a female character who just falls for the main dude. Duh. Like, they do that too soon, duh. But, like, god, Kirito just had, like, no reason. Like, at least with the other characters, they're, like, so dense it doesn't even matter. But, like, Kirito's an asshole, like, half this episode. And, like, usually I do screenshots of the anime while I'm watching it. And all I did was post Elizabeth faces, because I just didn't want to do anything in the rest of the episode. The CGI was awful, too. Like, oh my, holy shit, dude. Like, and then funny enough, speaking of shit, Kirito obtained his second sword. He got his second sword. And, I remember I said before that Kirito was level 78 with 14,500 HP in an auto regeneration skill. And he gets a second sword, and his second sword is literally made out of crystallized dragon shit. Don't know, like, it was funny for like a second, but he literally gets a sword made out of shit, so I kind of, can enjoy that. That's like the only thing I got out of this whole experience. This whole episode was dumb as hell. And it's funny, Kirito actually just started bringing up about his sadder experience in the SAO. He starts bringing about how he was with the Moonlit Black Cats, he was still suffering, stuff like that. But it came out of a way that felt like flat out of nowhere. Like, he just like threw down on people. Like, everything was happy and fine. He's like, oh wait, I'm sad again. Like, I was oh yeah, remember I was sad. Like, and like, it's like, it would have made more sense if this happened the previous episode, because like episode 5, is all about guild dying, guild players being killed. None of that, like, Kirito didn't really bring up any sad experiences there. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, he didn't even bring up any like like the previous episode shit, freaking fella. Episode 6 would have been a better way, because like all team players getting killed. Your team, my bad, parties are getting killed. Like, cars are killing each other. If Kirito had like a moment, it's like, oh man, this just felt like the time the Moonlit Black Cats would have died. I've been more emotionally invested, but Kirito just brought this crap out of nowhere when there was like no reason to do so. And this is the episode that introduces his iconic outfit, and there's no explanation for that, like, at all. He's just like, yeah, new outfit. Yay. Like, yeah, I got an outfit now. Awesome, sweet. And I'm gonna move on to episode 8, because episode 8 is like meh as hell. And, I can deal with, like, episode, like, with characters, like, hanging out. It's mostly just Asuna and Kirito hanging out, trying to build up a relationship. I wouldn't have a problem with that if I was actually emotionally invested with these characters. And the time skips is even worse, because now it's been, episode 8, it's officially been 2 years of SAO. Like, it's been officially 2 years of people being trapped in the game. And Kirito and Asuna spend their time playing house. They spend their time playing house. Asuna reveals that she maxed out her cooking skills, because of course she did. Like, I don't get it, why she maxed out her cooking skills. Like, I know she's going to cook for Kirito, maybe cook for herself, but it seems like the least consequential thing right now. I mean, hell, Kirito's been going around, his cooking skills like ass. Like, his actual cooking skills are terrible. But whatever. The Kirito beats Asuna's bodyguard Kirito. He easily shatters his Kirito's sword in one strike, because of course he does. Of course, Kirito. It was revealed that a Laughing Coffin member was in the crowd during the whole fight with Kirito and Kirito. I'm sitting here like, I wonder if that's going to be important later, because it is. more a bunch of I keep calling her Asuna fan service. I feel like this was the episode that started breaking down like less of Asuna's cooler qualities, because like the further the series it goes, the less cooler she gets, and like it just comes to a head in Fairy Dance where she is just nothing, dude. Like this episode actually wasn't that bad, be honest. It was meh, but it wasn't bad enough to me like like it wasn't funny enough to make me rage. And funny enough, I get to the 9th episode of SAO, and this episode actually was not that bad. Not gonna lie, I actually like. This is the only episode I actually like of SAO, and that's saying something. Like this episode wasn't that bad. Like really, like episode 9 was not that bad. Like it starts off with like it doesn't start off with the Kirito doing a Starburst stream, but like the Starburst stream is like the episode where Kirito does the attacking. It looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like the type of candy though. Starburst stream, like any other name would have been great, but yeah, this episode wasn't that bad because like Kirito actually got low enough HP to suffer, and I actually like that. Kirito and Asuna bonded more, which actually these moments weren't that bad. It starts off the episode with them bonding, like them eating, them talking to each other, like communicating, and it wasn't that bad. Not gonna lie, episode 9 was not that bad. I would rage, but like the only thing I really rage about is that like Kirito's having access to dual wielding. No explanation yet, because we'll get one later, but he just found this dual wielding skill in his inventory, and like what? And like no one else but Kirito can access it, which is even stupider. This is a video game. No one, like if you're not a boss, there is no player in the game who has access to a certain skill like that unless it's like balanced, especially MMO, dude. Like if it's MMO and only one player gets to access that kind of skill, that's so stupid. I don't know if any other MMOs out there can do that, but that doesn't sound right to me at all. If it was like an RPG, like a regular RPG, yeah, I could get it. Player choices, you level up a class and you get that weapon because you're the only player playing that class in the game. I can get that. Like, yeah, no, dude. Like episode 9 wasn't terrible, but like Kirito just being the only one having access to dual wielding is stupid. There was a team of exhausted guild members that was trying to come through, and they were trying to get home. But like the other, the main leader of the guild members, like, no, dude, we gotta keep going, dude. We can't die here. We can't stop here. And then he just led them to their deaths because, of course, he did. Like, what the? Yeah, episode 9 wasn't that bad, and it's kind of sad to talk about that. Like, it's like, wow, episode 9 wasn't that bad, even though it was still a bad episode. And then we get to like, oh shit, we get to like the 10th episode of SAO, which I will split up. I'm gonna split this video off into I'm gonna talk about the 10th episode, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, and 13, so I can get that done with my thoughts. So yeah, I'm splitting this off from episode 10 because this is actually around the time in my original rewatch where like I got a headache. Like this show literally gave me a headache, and I ain't gonna lie, I actually got a headache, like a small headache from this show, like 10 episodes in. We're now officially at episode 10 of Sword Art Online. This is a big moment, This is a big moment, because why? Because Kirito and Asuna finally shared a kiss. That's sweet, we've been waiting for these episodes for these two to get together, Oh man, I hate these characters. Ugh. But yeah, let's bust out the champagne. Let's bust out the champagne. They finally kiss each other. And then, Asuna's already like, you know what? I want to get with you, Kirito, physically and emotionally and, sexually. But yeah, that's also something else too. That was fast. They just kissed, and now Asuna's all like, yeah, let's relations. Are you freaking serious, dude? Come on. Anyway, Kirito gets to fight Heathcliff. Heathcliff, the leader of the Knights of the Blood Oath. He's the big man in charge. Kirito loses his battle against Heathcliff, which I find it funny that we're gonna get to how he lost, and it's the dumbest shit ever, dude. I swear to God, it's the dumbest thing ever. But hey, Kirito, that means Kirito is forced to join the Knights of the Blood Oath, and now his solo career is gone. You know who returns? Shit, what was his name? Kuradil. He was Asuna's bodyguard. And big shocker, like, he was a member of the Laughing Coffin. The guy looked evil. He looked obviously evil. There was no way that was, like, a big reveal. Like, the guy looked obviously evil and there was something wrong with him. Like, really? You're gonna tell me that there was, like, Kuradil looked shady as hell, dude. Like, swear. Like, swear. And finally, Kirito's gonna lose. Like, you know, he was gonna lose. He got 1 HP left. He's gonna get killed by Kuradil, and Asuna came in and saved his ass. During their fight, that Kirito gets his hand cut off by Kuradil. Like, he gets his sword arm cut off. So Kirito, the absolute Chad he is, the absolute freaking Chad he is, he turns his arm stump into like an energy hand thrust and just kill Kuradil with that. There's no explanation for it. I just chalked out the more bullshit on the SAO board. Like, I don't, like, there's no explanation of why he could just turn his arm into like a goddamn freaking energy thrust or whatever. That's stupid, man. Really? Oh man, we disarmed Kirito. How is he gonna fight back without his sword? He just thrust his hands into Kuradil and kills him. Wow, of course. Yeah, that's like the obvious thing he would do. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me? Really? You guys couldn't even get him to struggle? Really? Whatever. But anyway, you know, instead of trying to escape this death game, you know, Kirito and Asuna say, he's like, you know what, why not? Let's go get married. Let's go get married and buy a house in the countryside. And I'm sitting there like, this is a death game, guys. Aren't we supposed to, like, grind our levels and hurry up and get the hell up out of here? Like, the time you're spending playing house, someone could easily be in your room trying to remove the nerve gear off your head, or the power could go out, or what have you. Like, no freaking way you should be trying to be cute and build house, like play house. Oh my god, dude. And then, like, in this episode, it just starts, like, bringing up more of Asuna's tsundere tendencies. And I don't mind tsunderes. Like, I like Ren Tosaka and Asuka Langley Soryu and characters like them, but, like, god damn it, Asuna's likability is starting to drop like a rock. Like, she starts becoming Kirito dependent, and I hate, like, it's not that I'm mad, I hate that. It's just, like, it kills her character, and, like, it just starts to drop. And, oh yeah, I gotta mention Godfrey. Like, I should have took more screenshots for this goddamn show, but, like, there was Godfrey, and Godfrey was a member of the Knights of Blood Oath. He was, around Kuradil. He was, like, the one leading, Kirito and Kuradil off to the canyon area. I can't remember the name of. And he was all like, oh, well, hey, Kirito and Kuradil, let me take your teleport crystals because we're not going to need those. I forgot why he took them. I really forgot why he took them, but he just said, you just hand me your teleport crystals. We don't need those around here. We need to do this on foot because we're men, or some shit like that. And I find it funny that, like, if Godfrey just kept this teleportation crystal, he wouldn't have got killed by Kuradil. Like, Kuradil, like, it was, like, two, like, situations. Like, well, Kuradil wouldn't have probably gotten away with it if he was killed by both Godfrey and Kirito. Or if they could just teleport back to the Knights of the Blood Oath main office or whatever. And it's like, oh, dude, Kuradil's he's a traitor. We gotta stop him, or some crap like that. But no, it's just, the dude gets killed. Like, oh, dude, I don't get my teleportation crystal. I can't save my life. But whatever, Godfrey didn't matter. Yeah, episode 10, my bad. Episode 10 was dumb as hell, dude. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's more bonding moments for Kirito and Asuna, but I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Like, aren't we supposed to, like save the world? Or we're just still sitting here, like, playing house? And they play house for, like, 3 more, like, no. They play house for, like, let's see, episode 11, 12, and 13. And they do it all the way up to 14. Not all the way, because, like, episode 14 is, like, the final battle and shit. But they play house for, like, 3 more episodes. And it's so stupid. But whatever. I'm going to episode 11. Episode 11 of SAO. It was boring as hell. Well, actually, the beginning of it, really. Like, watching Kirito and Asuna play house is boring. Like, really. Like, the moments that were probably been cute if I was invested in any of these characters. Kirito was already a sore point for me, and Asuna was started off cool, but now she sucks. And I just was not invested anymore. Like, I'm like, I don't care about any of these characters anymore. Like, can I just, like, leave now? But no, I gotta keep on trucking because I hate my life. This episode introduces Yui. And, you know, my instinct to protect, my instinct to protect nearly flared up. But I just realized how stupid Yui's purpose and her entire character is. So, yeah. Yeah, Yui is a dumb character. Like, not even like stupid as like a child kind of character. Like, she's just like, she's like, okay, moving on. I'll get to that when I get to that. So Asuna, she finally confesses her love to Kirito, and she still acts Tsundere despite them being married, like technically married, in a home. She's flip-flopping between tsundere and like Sun and Dere, but like it's like schizophrenic in a way it happens. She's not as bad as Euless from ARCSYS War. She's not that bad. Like Euless, like you can't even call Euless tsundere, more like extreme bipolar. I'm not sure if extreme bipolar is even a thing, but like at least she's not as bad as Euless from ARCSYS War, because Euless actually has some mental problems. Like, god damn it, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway. You get the Liberation Army in the streets trying to weasel money off of children. Like, grown adults trying to, like, you know, give me your money, kids. We're the Liberation Army. We're going to liberate the money out of your pockets. Oh, man. So, yeah, there's that. And then, like, speaking of money, Kirito and Asuna blew all of their money on their dream home. Like, they spent all of their cash on their little house. And one thing is, I find it stupid because why would you spend all the money, all your resources? Now, I don't know if Asuna gets a paycheck. Like, I don't know if the sister part of the Knights of the Blood Oath now, they get a paycheck, which it does kind of make sense. You know, whatever money the Knights of the Blood Oath have, they would probably, you know, divide it amongst members. So, I guess I could forgive that, but why would you blow? Like, they actually say, like, oh, we can't really do anything now. We blew up all our money on this house. Like, why the hell would you do that? Like, what if you need, like, what if you're like, whatever. I'm only going to go with the, like, my theory of the Knights of the Blood Oath giving them paychecks. That's all I got, because spend all your money on a freaking house is stupid. Like, all of your money? Why would you spend all of your money? But anyway, Kirito and Asuna declared they're officially married, and they wanted to meet up. Well, they're married in the game, but they wanted to meet up in IRL and date there. And I was like, oh, but then I was like, oh, screw this. I don't care about these characters. And then, like, Asuna starts flipping back from being lame and weak. It's like, oh no, she took on a Liberation Army by herself. And I'm sitting there like, which one is it? Are you gonna be weak or are you gonna be strong out of freaking nowhere? Like, pick one. Jesus freaking Christ, dude. Oh my god. Pick one. Be badass or be weak. I don't know what you want from me, Asuna. Jesus. But yeah, episode 11 was meh as hell. Like, I don't like these episodes of Kirito and Asuna playing house, and I get the point. They're trying to bond together. They're trying to make the emotional moments seem more. They're trying to get together. I get that. You know, this whole stuff is starting to be about Kirito and Asuna's love rather than escaping the death game. But I just am not invested in any one of these characters. They don't give me a reason to be invested with. They start off fine. Kirito started off fine. He was just some dude playing a game, but now he's not interesting. He's like a black hole of a character. Like, he's just like a negative character, if that even makes sense. And he got Asuna. Asuna started off cool. But I just, like, once she got together with Kirito, I stopped caring because it just sucks now. Like, the only thing I'll give credence for is, like, that Kirito's starting to come out of his shell. Because, you know, he's all being all, you know, loner and emo and shit. And he's like, I don't want to be with anyone else because I don't, you know. I get that. The relationship's starting to build up, but I don't care enough about the characters to even care about the relationship. But and then we move to episode 12. And then I find it funny. Then they start introducing Yui's purpose, but I'm gonna get to that after I talk about the Reaper from Persona. they introduced the Reaper from Persona. You know, I don't know if you guys ever played Persona. There's this enemy called the Reaper, and like you gotta go up certain floors of the rooms and dungeons and stuff. If you stay on one floor too long, the Reaper will come out. He's like the most powerful enemy in the game. He will practically one-shot you, and you be pretty much knocked out of the dungeon. Start all over. So the Reaper from Persona, comes in. Kirito and Asuna and like I think two other people are trying to run to the place, and the Reaper from Persona shows up. Yui just pops up, like, oh shit. Well, Yui just goes up to and one-shots the Reaper, and it's revealed that she has admin privileges, so she could do that. And the point of Yui was she's supposed to be some kind of like therapist, like in-game therapist. She was trying like like she was supposed to be some kind of she was supposed to be some kind of like therapist, and she was like calm people down, calm down people, like relax them. I find it funny. Oh yeah, she was also locked out by I think Kayaba, so she couldn't like really go out, and she was like she managed to escape, and it was found by Kirito and Asuna. But like, why? Like, I guess she has admin privileges. Like, her whole point was to go to player from player to like calm them down, like soothe them. But I got nothing, dude. Like there was like no stakes right there. It's like, oh man, Kirito and Asuna might have the teams together. Like, no, Yui just pops up and like, haha, I can one shot. Kirito, like Yui's isn't bad now. She gets way worse as the series goes on, but I'm not gonna get into there. But anyway, Yui's starting to die. Apparently, like parents let their young children play SAO, and I know like there's like VR headsets and kids playing that and stuff like that. But like the headgear, potentially hazardous, is pushing it. I feel like this game should have like a rating thing. Like, oh, you have to be at least this age to put on this headgear because this headgear could be potentially dangerous. And little kids are putting on this headgear, dying in game, so there's that. Yay. Hey, thanks, Mom. You bought me a death helmet. But anyway, yeah, Yui's also supposed to help the little kids, too. Moving on from that. Yeah, there's like a whole... Oh, my bad. Like, speaking of kids, there's like a whole orphanage of children. Little kids trapped in SAO because they had the headgear on. Like, the nerve gear. And I'm sitting there like... They're like 6, 7, 8-year-old children. I'm like, are you kidding me? Who the hell would put that on them? It's like that whole warning thing you get from like toy cars and Legos. Like, you're not supposed to let these children at a certain age eat or like mess with these things because it'd be a choking hazard. I'm sitting there like, why would you put that on, man? Like, I like there has to be like a rating, or some adults have to use like oh, you can't be like, you have to be like at least 15 or older to wear these things. Not like you be like 6, 7, or 8. Like, what the no. God, if I could say the F word right now, I would, but I do not like cursing like that. But moving on from the orphanage of dumb kids who put on the headgear. Kirito, Yui's dying because she tried to one-shot the Reaper. She did, but she's also like dying. So Kirito, being the Chad he is, being the super genius he is, he was able to turn Yui into an in-game object as she was being deleted in a span of a few seconds. And I sit here today thinking about, okay, anime logic. I've seen characters pull off some impossible crap. It ain't the worst thing in the world. But Kirito somehow becoming a super genius, a super mega ultra computer hacker, right now, in a few seconds, was able to turn Yui, an admin, like an actual admin, into an in-game object, and then put her into his inventory. And I find it stupid that she is still alive later. I'm not even going to talk about Fairy Dance yet, but yeah, I got no amount of anime logic is going to let me excuse that scene where he's just like, oh, I'm a freaking super genius now. I'm able to put you into an in-game object. There is no way in hell that he should be able to do that. No way. No way in hell. No way. No way. Like, I'm still pissed about it. Like, I used to say, I'm like, how? Being a good gamer doesn't make you a computer genius. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh yeah, Kirito's an absolute Chad. He can do anything. The series is getting so bad. I feel like it's getting me cancer. And I don't like talking about that because it feels like this show is giving me cancer. Anyway, like, this whole episode is stupid. Moving on from that, we get to episode 13. They waste 9 minutes on fishing. Like, 9 minutes. 9 minutes of this episode. Like, Death Game. We gotta save the world. No, it's been 9 minutes. Like, literally, like these average anime episodes, ignoring the endings, ignoring the opening, endings, and whatnot. It's an average anime episode, maybe like 23 minutes. So that's 9 minutes and 14 minutes left of like 9 minutes on fishing. 9 minutes on freaking fishing. Are you freaking serious? It needed, man. What was the point? Really? Like, it didn't even like matter later at all. I like the fisherman guy. He was funny. But the only thing I got out of this episode was dumb faces, like dumb screenshots and faces. Like, you probably already seen it because I'm not probably ordering these in the right way because I'm just having this as background material. But oh my god, waste of an episode, waste of time. And then you get like Asuna have like a little speech about her wanting to be with Kirito, and it started to make me feel something for a second. I was like, I almost felt something there for a second, but it was stupid. But I'm not gonna go there. Kirito still doesn't realize that Asuna's capable of battle, and he's still going like, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you, Asuna. I'm gonna protect you now." And it shows Kirito's like, he's starting to care. That's cute, but here's the problem: Asuna was shown to be like much stronger than he was. I mean, well, obviously not now because Kirito's like some kind of freaking god among men now. But Asuna is pretty capable of handling herself. Kirito, I feel like she would be all right. I mean, hell, she could go toe to toe with him, even though she just wasted her time maxing on her cooking skills. But I'm not gonna get into that. Later in the episode, Best Boy Agio, like the only reason to watch this show if only he was a main character. Best Boy Agio comes back with Klein. The only two characters I actually like in this show. Like, the only two characters in the show that doesn't make me mad to the point where I'm like, why do I am watching this again? And then here's what I got. They're going back. It's been 2+ years, right? It's been 2+ years. And they started to learn that something wrong with some people. People just like outright die. Like they're not getting affected by the game. They're not getting killed by the game at all. There's people just dying. And I'm sitting there like, that's obvious. I mean, you're like, it's been 2 years. Your body's getting affected. And they picked episode 13 to bring that up, just to bring up stakes. You guys spent like 3 episodes playing house. And you wait till episode 13 to go like, oh, well, it's been 2 years since we've been in the game, so people are not getting nutrients out in the real world, so they're probably dying. I'm sitting there like, you guys waited this long to bring up something like that when it should have been like way earlier. Of course, your body's gonna be affected. You're still hooked up to a machine, like hooked up to like a. Oh my god! They wait to the very last minute just to try to build up stakes, and that's so goddamn stupid, man. They waited too late for me to care. Like if they wait let's see, they started playing house around episode goddamn 10 of episode SAO, yeah, or just even earlier. This is stupid. It's been like 10. Like, damn, when did I say the 2-year time skip happened? It was like shit. It was god damn it. It was episode 8. If they just mentioned that 5 episodes ago, I probably would have cared. But no, they spend like 3 episodes playing freaking house, dude. Moving on from that stupid crap, Asuna comes up with a big speech like, Kirito, dude, I want to go on real this. I want to marry you and I want to die old with you. I'm sitting there like, okay. Like, I get it. It feels like some dude's like falling for like some chick online. It's like someone falls for some chick online. It's like, oh, dude, like, I want to be with you, honey. I want to be with you, girl. Oh, man, like, they like, being in a video game, dude. Like, what if... whatever, yeah, whatever. Like, sappy relationship crap. They also fight some enemy called the Skull Reaper, but it doesn't matter. The other thing I noticed as I started watching these episodes, I'm getting so sick of you listening to Yuki Kaizura's music. Kaizura? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yuki Kaizura? Kaizura? I cannot pronounce her names in my life. But the lady composer for SAO. She also did stuff for like Fate Zero and the game Xenosaga. She did more songs, but I can't remember the rest of them. Oh, she also did Magic Madoka music. I got sick of hearing Swordland in every major boss battle, right? Every major boss battle in the whole series, they've used Swordland. That song, Swordland. And I'm so sick of it. Like, I praised Yuki Kaijira's music when I started the series. And then, like, it was really good. Like, the music was good. And then, like, every major boss battle was like, oh, it's like that. Hearing that every time got old real fast. I'm like, okay, like, I get like boss music, but like, the song got old fast. Like, damn. Like, I figured I would have liked the song, but... And then we finally move on to the last episode of the Aincrad arc. And it's finally over. I could finally stop doing this video. It's, it has a lot of problems. It has a lot of problems. But I'm going to get to that when I start off. Okay. So, Kaizouwar, he finally reveals himself again. It returns out Heathcliff, the leader of the Knights of the Blood Oath, was actually Kaizouwar. Kaizouwar inserted himself in the game. He's the final boss that Kirito must beat to get out of the game. Okay, so Kirito must beat Heathcliff / Kaizouwar in order to clear the game and save everyone in SAO. Great. Then, for whatever reason, Kirito is so godlike in this game. Like, remember I told you about where Heathcliff, Kirito lost to Heathcliff? It turns out that, obviously, Heathcliff is Kaizouwar. That he had Kaizouwar. He's obviously the creator of the game. He has admin rights. He used his admin rights to cheat by dodging a fatal blow from Kirito. Keep in mind, Kaizouwar is the creator of the game. Kirito, a regular average Joe Schmo dude, he is so good at the game that the creator of the game had to literally cheat to dodge being killed. I don't know how to even feel about that. It's like, if you guys want to complain about plot armor, about characters coming back from the dead, about characters literally defying some impossible feat, I don't know, like just some impossible feat you think of in anime, some power up. When you say plot armor, yeah, you get this plot armor right there. But this right here is the epitome of plot armor. Where the creator of a video game, the dude who made the game, had to cheat just to not lose against another player. But I got nothing. I honestly have nothing to explain this. I don't know how to explain this. Like, Akihiko Kaizouwar, the creator of Sword Art Online, used his admin rights to block a fatal hit by Kirito and win. That's the dumbest shit ever, dude. I will say that forever. Like, that is so stupid. And this episode gets even worse. Like, Kaizouwar... Okay. So Kaizouwar has obviously, he created the game. Duh. And he turned himself into a mortal object. So basically, he's going on further to say, ha ha ha. He's like, okay, now you can... It's like, basically, him being an immortal object, it's like, no, now you can't kill me. And, like... I'm like, okay, he can't be killed, so how are we going to kill him? Kirito's about to get hit by a fatal blow. Asuna jumps in, sacrifices herself to take Kirito. Uwu, she's cute. Dead cute now. Then Kirito gets killed by Kaizouwar, right? He gets killed by Kaizouwar. Oh my god, the hero's going to die. Then, out of freaking nowhere, Kirito comes back from the dead to kill Kaizouwar in one hit. So, we have established that Kirito is a god among god, so godlike that Kaizouwar had to cheat. He had to cheat in order to be Kirito, right? He turned himself into an immortal object, which means he can't be killed at all. Like, he's immortal right now, so, he can't be killed. He made himself an immortal object. I think he turns it off. Like, he revealed that he was an immortal object, which is why he hasn't died the entire time. But, like, I don't get why. Why would he need to... Okay, if Kaizouwar revealed himself to be an immortal object the entire time, right? How in the hell... Why would he need to cheat to dodge Kirito's fatal blow back, like, when he did his fight? Was he always an immortal object, or was he immortal? I don't know. Why would he turn it off? Whatever. Anyway. Kirito comes back from the dead to kill Kaizouwar in one hit. Despite Kaizouwar, being, like, the final boss. And I find it funny that this is not, like, for the moment, it was an ass pull, but it's not. It was actually explained in Alicization as a part of the Fluctlight. Fluctlight. It's hard to say that word. Fluctlight. Which is why Kirito was able to come back from the dead. No. I don't get, like, that was stupid. Like, I don't know why Reki Kawahara even went to the process of even trying to explain that, or even do it in the first place. Oh yeah, you know, this has an explanation. We wait to Alicization and then explain that. I'm like, get the hell out of my face with that, man. No, dude. And then, like, the episode gets even worse. Kayaba literally forgot why he trapped everyone in the death game. Like, he literally forgot. Like, he actually forgot. Like, he's just like, oh, well, I forgot why I made this death game, guys. I forgot why I made this death game, guys. Like, he literally forgot why he did that. Like, I don't know. Like, if it was like some kind of thing, like, oh yeah, I lost sight of my true goal, and it wasn't even like that. It wasn't even interpreted like this. Like, oh, it could have been like interpreted like, oh, you know, I lost sight of my true goal, and I, you know, turned evil. I wasn't, you know, thinking straight. I just wanted to make a game where everyone got fun and, you know, create my own. Like, no, but then Kayaba comes up with this crap like, oh, I wanted my own castle and blah blah blah, and I'm like, Kayaba just literally got away with killing a ton of people, and this whole castle crap just came out of left field just to make him redeem him in some way. This is the same crap that Reki tried to pull in episode 6. He tried to redeem a person who killed someone. For what? Kurodil killed, like, Godfrey, and he didn't get redeemed because he looked like an irredeemable butthole. And then for whatever reason, Kirito and Asuna, you know, they died in game. I don't know if Kirito dying via the Fluctlight, like, coming back via the Fluctlight gave him some kind of more immortality, but Asuna clearly died. But somehow she gets to survive with Kirito within that whole sky world thing inside the cardinal system. At least that scene looked pretty. I'll give it a credit. That scene did look beautiful. But yeah, and then that's the end of the game. They beat the game. Kirito kills Kayaba / Heathcliff, beats the game, reveals that he was in the hospital. Long hair Kirito does look cool though. I'll give him that. Like, long hair Kirito looks cool. Like, I kind of wish he kept it, but of course we can't have nice things. And we're finding out of Aincrad. It's over. Like, you know, oh yeah, I forgot. It ends off with Kirito trying to go meet Asuna, but, like, you know, she's in the hospital now. I'm like, I'm done with SAO. I'm done with, well, at least Aincrad. And my points are, I have a bunch of points here. Not even that too many, but 1, the show's dumb. The show's so stupid. Like dull and stupid. Like, it was dull and stupid. Like, really, like, it wasn't that dull. Like, I'll give it that much, but it was dumb as hell. Like, and it wasn't even like in the dumb fun. I like you can be a stupid show and still be really, really fun. Like Nichijou. Like, that show is stupid as hell, but I love it because it's funny. There were some moments I did like though. There were some moments of SAO I did actually like the Starburst Stream Attack moment. There were some character interactions with Klein and Agiel. There were some moments I actually liked in there. The rest of them, nah, dude. Like, the rest of the show was actually, like, really bad. Like, really bad. Like, the murder mystery episodes were just a waste of time and boring. The logic that was used, you remember I said before, the weapon durability / faking death via the teleportation, was really stretching the sense of anime disbelief. Really stretching it. They stretched that so thin, I think it almost snapped. 3 episodes burnt on Kirito and Asuna bonding. Would have been a lot better if the time skips didn't happen, because they just spend a lot of time with each other and we don't get to see all that because it's like missing gaps, and the relationship happens way too fast for me to even get invested. Way too fast. It happens way too fast because of the time skips, and this is a 14 episode anime. If you're just counting Aincrad, because there's still fairy dancing. I'm not gonna be able to do that because I don't want to do that right now. 5, Yui didn't even exist. Like, Yui, like, is such a worthless character. She didn't even need to exist. Like, I know they probably set her up to be, like, you know, to explain, okay, you know, there's some people who need to be calmed down in these times of crisis. But Yui didn't need to exist. Like, honestly, Yui is so worthless as a character. Like, I don't know why. Like, she's not even, like... Actually, you know, yeah, like, Yui didn't even exist. Anyway, point number 6. The time skips, again, like, as I said before, the time skips kind of ruin Asuna and Kirito's relationship. The time skips really, really mess with the pacing of the show. Really, really. Like, Kirito already had jumped up from already jumped up to level 78 after the first 4 episodes. And keep in mind, these episodes are happening months and months within time skip. After 4 episodes, Kirito's already level 78. And he had an auto-regeneration skill that was never used again. As I said before, Kirito and Asuna's bonding, they hung out more and bonded off screen. Kirito has apparently met important people during specific events within those time skips that somehow become important later, which is stupid. A bunch of more stuff happens off screen. Oh my god, dude, the time skips screw with the show badly because, like, some of these things, like, we don't see these things. We're just told they happened, and like they somehow are like the backbone somewhat of the show or some of the plot points. It's not it. That's not it, man. Really inappropriate ass shots in episode 5 because, yeah, of course. Point number 9, Silica, pointless character. Absolutely did nothing in the show. Did nothing. Like, at least Lisbeth had a purpose. Making Kirito a sword. It wasn't much of a purpose, but it was something. Asuna had a purpose. Silica had no purpose at all. Like, nothing. She didn't do nothing. At all. Nothing. Anyway, point number 10. Moonlit Black Cats. They're stupid. Like, the only one that had any sense was Sachi. And she died. So, you know, there's that. Point number 11. The whole beta tester, beater beta tester crap, like I still complained about before. Like, oh yeah, beta testers were blamed for nothing. Yeah, still stupid. Point number 12. Kirito sucks. Kirito sucks, dude. Like, I already said that like the entire time I was rambling about these fans, but Kirito is awful. Like, he's so... Okay. Like, oof. Okay. That's all that needs to be said. Like, he was fine in the first 3 episodes. But after episode 4, he becomes some kind of god-level OP basic B-word. Like, I don't think I'll say the word, because I don't like going... There's like certain words I won't say. Basic B-word. That's all I gotta say. He can literally hack into the admin privileges to turn an AI into an in-game item. He becomes an instant detective with the right answers to every problem. He gains a special skill that no one can even gain in an MMORPG. And you know why he got this? I actually didn't explain why he got dual wielding. The main reason he got dual wielding was because he had the fastest reaction time out of every player on the goddamn planet. How old is Kirito? Like 15, 16? I can't remember his age. Let's say 16. I don't know. Maybe I think it's 15. I can't remember. But the point is, he's not even like, well, he's like a high school student, right? Like the high school student. And apparently, of all the people, they're talking about like a ton of people playing SAO. Out of all the people, he had the fastest reaction time on the goddamn planet. What? And, there's other auto regeneration bullcrap and being levels like 78 episode 4. Like, oh my freaking god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not even done yet. Like, what was I on? Point 12? I think, yeah, point 13. Kayaba is one of the worst villains in the show. And funny enough, we even got to the worst. Like, we even got to Sugo yet. Sugo is actually the #1 worst villain in SAO, period. Like, not even as a joke. Like, period. Worst villain. But Kayaba is like a close second, because Kayaba is like dumb. Like, as I said before, if it was like one of those I lost sight of my true goal kind of things, like, if it was one of those kind of things, I would totally understand, but Kayaba just didn't. He just forgot why he killed people. Like, and then there's like the other villains in the show. Like, I remember Kuradil only because he was voiced by Doug Erholtz. And I like Doug Erholtz. That's the only reason I remember Kuradil. And Rosalia, like, the only reason I remember her from episode, like, freaking 4. The only reason I remember her is because, like, her design was great, and she was wasted. And there was that episode there was that villain from episode 6, that dude who killed his wife and got away with it. I remember him because he made me that mad. Yuki Kajiro's music got old real fast. Like, I'm not gonna lie, her music, like, she's not a bad composer, right? Not at all, right? Dude, her music got old real fast when you just hear it on loop in SAO. It's like, I don't know how big the SAO soundtrack is because I never actually paid attention to it, but all I heard was Swordland and a couple of town themes, and that was it. Like, there was like nothing else that really grabbed me. Like, only Swordland was the only song in the entire show so far that actually managed to pull any attention for me. And I love anime music. I love anime music to death. Like, oh my god. And then this is the final episode before we get into Fairy Dance. And oh no, dude, not Fairy Dance. Not Fairy Dance, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to. I really don't want to do Fairy Dance again because, like, god damn it, dude, that's that. Oh my god, no.